Your book's Amazon category isn't just a label, it's a strategic decision that affects everything: your discoverability, your ranking, and even your account health. Over 2 years ago, YouTube author Sarah Mae Sutton had her KDP account suspended. Why? Improper category selection. Sure, she had selected all the right categories, or so she thought. But at the time, Amazon didn't allow you to directly select your Amazon categories. You picked a BISAC code, which is the Book Industry Standards in Communication, and Amazon did the rest based on your content, keywords, and what it assumed was relevant. In Sarah's case, the system got it wrong. Her book ended up in categories that didn't align with her genre, and the algorithm flagged it. She eventually got her account back, but the damage was done, and the lesson was clear. Picking the right categories doesn't just help you get found, it can protect your publishing future. Thankfully, things are different in 2025. When you upload your book to KDP, you now get to choose 3 Amazon categories directly from the start. These are real categories, not just BISAC translations. You can't request additional categories via email anymore. You pick your 3, and that's it, so you better choose wisely. And if you pick something that doesn't match your book, KDP will stop you. You'll get a notice to select a more relevant category before proceeding. That's a good thing, if you know how to choose correctly. Let's talk about how to research categories the smart way, without guessing, hoping, or winging it. Tool number 1, Publisher Rocket, my go-to recommendation. Publisher Rocket gives you a searchable list of every live category on Amazon, which categories are duplicates, same shelf, different name, which are ghost categories, they show up in metadata but don't actually exist anywhere, and estimated sales needed to rank in each category. If you want to hit a bestseller list or just avoid invisible categories, Rocket's data makes all the difference. Now, tool number 2, BKLNK. Head to bklnk.com/categories, plug in a book's ASIN, and see which categories it's in. This is perfect for reverse engineering competitive titles. Want to see what's working? This is how. Now, important, don't blindly copy. Once you find a category, go to Amazon, click through the browse path. Does that category exist? Do the books look like yours? If not, skip it. Relevance matters more than rankings, folks. Now, the key criteria for choosing categories. Now, when I evaluate a category, I ask, does it match the content and reader expectation? Are real books ranking in it right now, or is it empty? Is it overly competitive, or can I realistically hit the top 10? Is there a chance at a bestseller tag, or will I be buried? If a category passes those 4 questions, it's worth considering. Let's walk through 2 actual category strategies, one from my book and one from a best-selling indie author. For nonfiction, let's talk about my book, Bestseller Book Launch Plan. My book helps authors launch a book and hit bestseller lists. Sounds simple, but if I'm lazy with my categories, I land in overcrowded sections like writing skills or self-help. Instead, I chose authorship, book marketing, publishing, and books. They're niche, competitive, but not impossible. And I used Publisher Rocket to verify how many sales I'd need to hit the top 10. That gave me a benchmark and later helped me land that orange tag. Now for fiction, let's go ahead and look at Frida McFadden's The Housemaid. This book's a domestic thriller with psychological tension. Categories include psychological thrillers, domestic thrillers, women's psychological fiction. These aren't vanity picks, they're buyer aligned. And that's the key. If your book shows up next to others with similar tone, stakes, and structure, Amazon knows who to recommend you to. As an indie author, that's the fastest path to organic traffic. Let's cover a few common mistakes and a smart strategy most authors skip. Mistake number 1, chasing big categories. Just because thrillers gets a lot of traffic doesn't mean you'll benefit from it. Oversaturated categories bury new authors. Aim for relevance and specificity. Mistake number 2, trusting BISAC. The categories you pick outside of KDP, like when uploading to Ingram Spark or Drafted Digital, don't always match Amazon's actual structure. Always review your live Amazon page after publication. If you happen to be publishing through those avenues to Amazon, you can change the category selection from within Author Central. So if you haven't set up an Amazon Author Central profile yet, I highly recommend you do that. Claim your books, and then you can go ahead and put in a request to change out those categories. It should work. Mistake number 3, ignoring the bestseller potential. Want to rank number 1 and get the orange tag? You need to reverse engineer your categories before launching. That's where Publisher Rocket shines. It tells you how many daily sales you need to hit number 1, what the top ranked books look like in that space, and deeper insights like how many books are traditionally published of the ones listed in a given bestseller list. This lets you find categories with active traffic and realistic bestsellers potential. Sometimes just shifting to a subcategory like time travel romance instead of romance can mean the difference between number 248 versus number 1. And once you get that tag, your book becomes more clickable. That leads to more sales, which leads to more algorithmic love. Big old snowball effect, if you will. If you already published and you're not seeing the results, don't panic. You can update your categories anytime. Head to your KDP dashboard or Author Central if you're not in KDP. Open your title and reselect your categories. Better yet, test categories across different formats. Your ebook might be positioned for one type of reader. Your paperback might reach another. Each version gets its own 3 categories. You notice that? You don't just get the same ones across all iterations. So don't get stuck trying to please everyone with one listing. Test, measure, adjust. And always remember, you're not gaming the system. You're trying to find the right readers. And if Amazon doesn't know how to shelve your book, they can't do that. Amazon categories aren't glamorous, but they're one of the most important decisions you'll make when launching a book. A bad category hides your book. A good one puts it on the right shelf next to the books your ideal reader already loves. And a smart one can take a decent book and turn it into a bestseller. So if you want more people to discover your book, start with the shelf. And if you want to make sure your title actually gets clicked once people find it, check out this next video where I show you how to craft a book title that sells. I'll see you there.